All right, we're gonna start this video off by just admiring the surroundings, whether you're in the mountains, the city, the beach, wherever. You gotta appreciate it. It's absolutely beautiful. I love all sorts of different environments. So what we're gonna talk about in this video, absolute shocker, stuff e-commerce related, okay? I wanna talk about the difference between a couple of the marketing platforms. So if you guys know me, if you followed me on all of my other channel, Hayden Bowles, by the way, go follow me on my new Instagram page. The other Instagram page got hacked. I'll throw it up. It's Hayden Bowles. I'll link it below or whatever. Nonetheless, the difference between these platforms, if you know me, I'm a Facebook guy, right? Facebook, like, I've dialed that in. I'm obviously not the best. I'm not the best at anything, right? Every single day I work more and I try to get better every single day, just a little bit, and it breeds results over time. And so, I've got to the point where Facebook for me, I can do $1 million in a week, and I understand the ad strategies to manage $50,000 to $100,000 to $200,000 a day in ad spend. And that's not that difficult for me anymore. There was a time where that was phenomenally difficult and very hard to do. But you repetition, you get better at stuff. So Facebook, to say the least, like, I'm as familiar with Facebook as I am the English language, which is my native language. So when you go over to something like Google or like TikTok or like Pinterest or Snapchat or even Instagram influencers, different demographics, different marketplaces, right? Different ways that you pay people, different platforms, different organization, different purposes, different campaign goals. All these platforms are different. So what I want to focus on in this video is just a few of the differences between some of the platforms, because I feel like there's not a lot of misinformation out there, but it would take you forever to figure out what's the best, okay? And it's not that one's better than the other. It's just understanding the overall average demographic as well as what the platform is going to entail. So to kick it off with Facebook and TikTok are actually really similar. I've been messing around with TikTok more and more. I haven't spent hundreds of thousands of dollars yet. I've spent probably over 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million. I have no idea how much I've spent on Facebook. Yeah, probably nearing 10 million or something. But nonetheless, TikTok, I noticed their actual platform, like if you go in it, I think I made a TikTok video on my main YouTube channel you can check out showing you guys how to launch ads. It's super similar. It's like they copied Facebook's layout. So I'm very familiar with it and I love that. And then when I really started to go over to Google like a year and a half ago to really just, kind of get familiar with it and play around, and I knew it was a very long-term platform, very long-standing. Facebook has its issues. Google was just rock solid, right? All day long. So with Google, I noticed it was so different, and I really tried to approach it. I still do this to this day. I try to not approach it with any bias, but I just don't like the layout of the platform. It's unfamiliar. I think it's inconvenient. I think it's, what a 2-year-old would design. I think it's very unnecessarily complicated. Now, that might be good because my perspective on it was, well, if I'm struggling and I'm frustrated, there's probably a lot of other smaller advertisers like me who are getting started and quitting. So I knew there's an opportunity on Google, obviously, and I was making good money primarily with retargeting, doing Google shopping ads and stuff like that, off of all the traffic coming from Facebook. So Google's another great platform. I can't really recommend starting with it just because I don't have a ton of experience doing that by any means. I can definitely recommend that you could start with Facebook, you could start with TikTok, you could start with Instagram influencers, but that's direct outreach, or you need to be reaching out to a network that manages a bunch of influencers. You're paying premiums. It's thousands of dollars to get in front of an audience, and that's an upfront payment. So it's not like Facebook or Google where you can kind of kick it off with $20 a day, or with TikTok $50 a day. So it offers, it's not that it's more or less expensive, it's just more right away, right? Instead of kind of learning slowly over time, which is definitely what I recommend. So here's what I have to say. If you're doing an e-commerce business, if it is a physical product that you're selling, not a software, not a digital product or something where you maybe need to explain it more, if you're doing that, I'd recommend the Google route. If you're starting with an e-commerce product, sub $500, you're looking for direct conversions, you want to either test a product or get sales coming in and kind of see how the marketplace reacts, I would start with Facebook. And if you want, you could have Facebook be the dominant and then do a little bit of TikTok and Google kind of on the side. But I always push for people to focus on one platform. And keep in mind, I have no paid bias against any of these. Facebook certainly isn't paying me to do this video or to promote them at all. I'm not just promoting Facebook. In fact, Facebook ripped me off for $240,000 of Facebook ad spend that they overcharged me for, and I tried to dispute it and I didn't win for no reason. It's ridiculous. And there's no point in a lawsuit. I watched my friend lose $2 million trying to sue him for the same thing. So it's ridiculous. Anyways, every platform has their pros and cons. Nonetheless, Facebook's a great spot to start for direct conversion ads, meaning you're basically grabbing an impulse purchase. That's how I see Facebook, and it's a very easy way to build data. One thing you can do is make sure that you have a pixel for Google as well as TikTok. You could have that on your store. So while you're running Facebook ads, or if you're starting with Google, put a Facebook pixel. It's actually the same strategy I used when I was starting, where I had Instagram influencers running. That was kind of my only source of traffic. Back then, I wasn't spending thousands right away. It was, you know, on smaller influencers when they used to work really well. It'd be like 150 bucks, 400 bucks, 600 bucks, a little more manageable, especially for my budget back then. But I was starting with that, but I would have the Facebook pixel on. So I'd get, you know, 50 sales, 80 sales, 100 sales, and then I could kind of jump over to Facebook, and the pixel's got a little bit of an idea. Now what I've noticed is when you bring data from another platform, even if it's tracked on the pixel, not even being imported, that data, it doesn't perform as well on Facebook as direct results from Facebook of the same amount, because it's not from Facebook. So you can kind of guide it in the right direction, but Facebook itself has to actually get momentum with the ads to really understand who the customer is and optimize it in that direction. That's just what I've noticed. So that's some of the differences between the platforms. You know, Google's probably one of the more complicated, but they're not going anywhere. They're gonna be around long term. Facebook has its ups and downs. I've had, like I always say, it's a toxic relationship between me and Facebook. Love the platform. The ads now are very simple for me, very easy. I have a lot of fun doing it, which I can't say about many other platforms, but it just sucks because of all their weird regulations. They disable you for literally no reason. You don't break any policy, overcharging ad spend, so make sure to keep an eye on that. Those are just a few of the things. And again, every platform, pros and cons. TikTok, I think, is gonna be somewhat on the up and coming. You can try Snapchat ads as well. I've never seen great results with that, but I do know multiple people who have. So it just depends. Again, all these platforms are great for retargeting. So what's cool is once you find one, you can just become omnipresent. You know, I actually have a friend who's LLC. I'm not gonna say what state it is, so you guys can't look it up. It's just like omnipresent something. It's like omnipresent something LLC. And it's funny because his purpose of that was being omnipresent on all the platforms for his company. So it was pretty cool, you know, just kind of that idea of being everywhere. That's what a brand is, and that's what it means to really dominate a platform and build a company. So it's fun, and start small, you know, especially if you have a low budget. I've made multiple videos on this channel talking about ad strategies. We talk about a lot of specific stuff, everything from the best app and themes, and I'll make some updated videos. I haven't done some on those in a while, of stuff that I like and new things that are coming out as well. So let me know if there's anything you want to see, or if you have questions, whatever, how about this? Whatever step you're at right now. Maybe you're in the middle of building a store and you're getting hung up on one little thing, or your ads are spending 50 bucks a day and you're only making, you know, 0 to 30. It's not quite there, you know? You feel like you're close on something. Let me know what that is, okay? Put it in the comments below. I'm just gonna screenshot these and start making videos off of your guys' problems. I kinda wanna tailor it like that. You know, this channel, the purpose is not views, the purpose is not clickbaiting. The purpose here is to go really in depth on specific stuff. So if you guys don't know, my original goal with YouTube, the reason I started like 3 years ago, because I've been doing business stuff for about 5 years, making good money for 4 years. The reason I started YouTube about a year after I started, you know, having a multi-6-figure income through e-commerce, the reason I started YouTube was because when I was first getting started, like way back 5-6 years ago, it was very hard to source information, good information. So it's just one of those things to think about, and you know, I want to be that person who can make specific videos. So that's what the main channel was, and now this is like really specific problems relating to e-commerce. So drop it in the comments down below. I'd greatly appreciate it, and you know, if you like the video, drop a like, drop a dislike, do something. I don't really mind. Subscribe to the channel. Definitely follow my new Instagram as well, just because you guys can see a little bit more about like behind the scenes of my personal life, as well as like what I do with running the companies. I kind of show that angle. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I got a text from a buddy who is coming in right now into the condo here in Puerto Rico, so I got to go let him in the building. And with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.